let's see. Let's continue on. Hey there, Kevin. Welcome to the live. How you doing? Do I even know these voices anymore? Alright. Alright. Aldo, Marielle, welcome back. How did it go? Where's Marie and the children? We were all basking in the sun until just now, but then everyone left to do their own thing. I think Marie might have gone to the kitchen. Okay, that's good. Let's head to the field. We need to talk. Got it. Let's go right now. We're back to voice acting, people. I mean, we are almost to Yakumo. I know! I have to finish chapter 5 before he comes out. I want to get Yakumo once I'm done with this. Hold on. I can't get my head wrapped around this. When you came back, I knew from the look on Marielle's face that something was up. But this... I thought that we were on the same page, that we all wanted to save Marie and the children. You've got to be committed to repeat the same thing hundreds of times over, all alone, just to save them. However, what happened to the previous time loop and all the hundreds of other horrific endings we never saw? They were all because he fed them his own flesh. It makes me sick. Me too. We absolutely have to avoid such an unhappy future ever happening again. Somehow or other, we need to get them a food source. If we manage that, then Phantom won't resort to using his own flesh to feed the children. And no one will starve. No one will need to be sad. You're right. There must be some kind of clue in this forest. We just have to search every corner of this place. Right. But where should we look? Where haven't we gone yet? How about the forest plateau? The plateau? Oh yeah, it does look like there's an open area up there. Great idea. With any luck, there could be another plant growing up there. That's settled then. Okay, now we just need to find a way to get up there. Too busy with Star Rail? Who is Yakumo again? What the heck are you doing to me, Kevin? Hopefully soon I can play Honkai Star Rail, though I know I will miss those awards for sure. Well, some of them are actually permanent awards. Like, once you get to certain levels of your trailblazing level, you will get, like, free Star Rail passes. Well, for the standard banner, of course. But let me tell you something, alright? I wasted 4,000 of my Stellar Jades to get Jin Yuan. I spent that so much. I spent my hard-earned free-to-play Chrono Stones just to get Jin Yuan. You don't see me complaining from time to time whenever I don't get a new unit I don't want to, but I gotta get it anyways. You got him in a 10 pull. I got Sela, and I have Jin Yuan now. I am proud of myself. And it was literally at pity. I was literally at pity when I got Jin Yuan. I was like, yes, I reached pity, but how would that affect my other for future units in the game? I am so scared. I don't know what to expect. Okay, where the heck do I need to go? I need to go down there. Did I make a turnaround or something? Alright, let's do this. Yeah, I got both too. Yes! And fun fact, Jin Yuan has the voice of Sino. You heard me right. The one who voices Jin Yuan is the same voice as Sino from Genshin Impact. And I don't even have Sino! So he's like a substitute to Sino, since they're both lightning characters. Both Jin Yuan and Sino are lightning characters, have long white hair, have somewhat red eyes, but like, I'm now seeing the parallels. I'm now freaking seeing the parallels. Jin Yuan is Sino reincarnated. Yes. For English, yes. I really, really love Jin Yuan because he has like a buddy, a giant buddy. He has like the biggest buddy that another Eden has yet to offer. Well, we have Tetra. We have Tetra, which is alright. Tetra's really good. I forgot I didn't have Tetra right in my party team. Whoops. I need to add Tetra. Stat, go, sidekick, Tetra, and your ukulele. Yeah, the lightning god. Yeah, buddy. Imagine we get that giant of a buddy in the near future in another Eden. Wouldn't that be so weird? I mean, we do have Hekantokaris. You know, the giant big guy for ES Melina. What if Hekantokaris becomes a buddy? And now I have ES Melina for it. Imagine he is the buddy. He's gonna be the next buddy. Like a functional buddy that we can control. A new sidekick, perhaps. We do hope so. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I was talking so much about the buddy system that I completely forgot that I spent 4,000 of my Stellar Jades just to get Junyuan. And then, when I saw the leaks, spoiler alert, so many leaks of Honkai Star Rail has been released and I am way over my head for it. A lot of them were girls, but like, husbandos, please give me husbandos. I saw 5-star Dan Hong. That was the character I was referring to earlier in the stream. I was talking about Dan Hong because I saw his elements like, what? What? Are you saying Dan Hong skipped over another style just so he can become an extra style unit? Blade and Luo-chan? Yeah, Blade is the one that everyone shrimps for, and Luo-chan, I'm okay with him too. I think all characters, male characters per se, are all good. Japard! Japard! Yes! I love Japard. He's so good. I am also a shrimp for Blade. Shrimp, I'm okay with Blade. But what you don't want to hear from me is that I don't like Sampo. He is such an annoying character to me. I mean, yes, he is alright. He is a good character to have, but like, come on. His freaking playboyish attitude is like, I can't right now. I like Dan Hong and Jeopard and probably Genuine. Like, I want the calm persons. I'm not gonna pull Blade. Why? I mean, you are the waifu material, like, yes, Kevin. Alright, let's do that. If we climbed up here, we should be able to get to the plateau. But it's way too steep. There's no way we can climb it. True, we need some kind of tool. I wonder if we could make one. Could definitely make one. I think he's overhyped. A grappling hook should work. That a grappling hook will make. So as always. Let's go looking for the materials. I mean, yeah, you could say that Blade is overhyped per se. But Blade's cool, okay? He's awesome. But like, he is the bad boy. I mean, if you're gonna pull for Kafka, I don't know. I'm having double thoughts with Kafka. Kafka's alright. You play her character in the beginning of Honkai Star Rail. I think I'm going for Silver Wolf. If I get lucky, I will get Silver Wolf because one, she looks like a gamer. I love her outfit. I love her aesthetics so very much. I have Welt, sure. What? Why would you need Welt if you want to get Kafka? You're right. It's the perfect size for it. Okay, let's make that grappling hook of this. Okay, let's make this grappling hook out of this anchor and all other items. Other items. I can't read! Alright, where do we need to go next? Explore the high ground. Alright. Welt's alright. Welt is alright, per se. I'm okay with Welt. He's an okay guy. Welt is alright. He is a charmer, but I don't need more brunettes in my life. I don't need more brunettes added to the husbando list. Whoa! Go, Aldo. Throw that grappling hook. Welt works well with her, I think. Ah, no wonder. Well, I have no experience with Welt. Well, I did have some experience with Welt, but not so much in a sense that I don't have him in my game. Because I'm focusing on getting Japard. Or maybe Bailu. Bailu's a good one. Bailu is like the healer that everyone needs. Because I saw some comments stating that what's it? People started like states that Honkai Star Rail lacks in healers because the current two healers we have in the game are Natasha and Bailu has this incredible ability to regenerate anyone. It's basically like A.S. Marielle's one of A.S. Marielle's moves. I think it was Prodigium. Prodigium. What about Bronya? Bronya's more like a buffer. Bronya's more like a buffer and support. I don't have Bronya though, so wait till another day. I love, like, anytime I just plays Honkai Star Rail, it's just like, yeah, rules are made to be broken. Rules are made to be broken. I got your part in one reroll. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You got my Japard, baby boy. I just love the fact that he just like, I saw one of his idol animations. It's like, he's trying to imitate his sister. It's so cute. I have the sister, but I don't have the brother. And of question, why is Serval only a 4-star when her brother is a 5-star? It's just so interesting that you have the sister as a 4-star, but then your little brother is a 5-star. I mean, it kind of makes sense. I think it makes sense, but like, Kaveh and Alhaitham. Kaveh's a 4-star, and Alhaitham's a 5-star. Makes sense. Makes sense. I can't. And speaking of Kaveh and Alhaitham, have you guys seen the trailer for Kirara? Am I gonna pull for Kirara now? I might pull for Kirara, but I might have to pull for Kazuha. Because the second phase 2 of the banner is legit Alhaitham rerun and Kazuha. I want to get Kazuha. I really want to get Kazuha. That's all I'm asking. I'm going to pull for Kazuha. I'm not gonna pull for Alhaitham though. Is this a bone? I wonder if we could use it for something. I guess I'll keep it just in case. A bone? Ew! Why would you take that? Because it was there? Actually, there's a lot of bones all over this place. It looks as if some ferocious monsters have been feeding here. And you spoke too soon. And I think I know which monster. Eep! That's one scary! That's one scary looking monster! Oh no, but thanks to that bridge we built, it could get to the clock tower from here. We've got to do something. You're right, we've got to get rid of it. But we don't stand a chance going at it head on. Is there any way to approach without it noticing us? There must be a way to get around its blind spot using these tools. Let's try and think. Alright, let's see. Alright, time for strategic thinking. Alright, we gotta go around. Hey! Alright. Oh, we have to go there. I went around. I thought we have to escape it. Here we go. Why don't we just face it head on? my G! It's now or never! What's that? Whoa, hello! That a melon? Or is it a giant seed? A pulsing seed! It looks like a seed. Did that monster drop it? I'm expecting great from this one. If that greedy monster had it, then that must mean it'll grow into food. You think? It seems a little too good to be true. No, I feel it too. I sense something from this seed, like a mysterious life force or something. You too, Marielle? Okay, let's go back to the field. Please work this time. Alright, let's go back. We can just teleport there. Get it easier for us. Okay, let's plant that seed. Do this. Please, third time's a charm. Come on, you can do it! Please! Huh? It stopped growing? Well, so, why did it stop? Did it work, or...? I think so. It didn't grow as miraculously as the others, but it's sprouting, and more importantly, it's not dying. Basically, it worked. For real? We did it? Please, little plant, grow up big and strong, okay? This is such a relief. At the very least, their food worries might be over now. Ariel. Aldo and Nona, we've got to keep up the good work. Let's get back to searching. Maybe we'll find something else as well. What are you looking for? Marie, you startled us. I made some nice calming tea for everyone, but when I came back, you were all gone. I was worried, so came out to look for you. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry. We shouldn't have left without saying anything. It's fine. Were you talking about the field? I do appreciate your help, but you mustn't wear yourselves out for our sakes. Don't worry about it. We really want to help you, so let us do this, okay? Thank you. Marielle? Huh? Oh, yes? You look a little tired, Marielle. You know, it's almost nap time for the children. So why don't you come back with me to the clock tower? It will give me someone to talk to. I brewed all this tea, but it seems Aldo and Nona won't be there to drink it. I'll be so lonely all on my own. So come with me, unless you don't want to. Of course, how about if Aldo went with you instead? He can be a great conversationalist, you know. Huh? Oh, sure, I can do that. I can tell you the tales of my travels. They should keep you entertained. That would make me so happy. I've never been able to talk to kids my own age. Oh, I'm absolutely spoiled for choice. I don't know how to choose between you. Marielle, Aldo, can I leave the decision to you? I'll be waiting right here. Oh, okay. Marielle, are you okay with this? Let me know once you've decided. Right? Let's go speak to them. Speak to them. Will Muriel be okay? I don't think she's feeling herself yet, and I'm not happy to go. Yeah, me too. I think I feel the same. Let's talk to Marielle. Or Marielle and Nona. My head's still a mess. But I do want to talk to Marie about what happened earlier. Marielle's really holding on. But if she wants to talk to Marie, it would probably be better if she cooled her head a bit first. Yeah, let's just go with Aldo. So, who's coming back to the clock tower with me? Marielle or Aldo? I will go with Aldo. I'll go. I think Marielle needs some more fresh air. Oh, thank you. Shall we go then? I'm sorry. I wish I wasn't feeling so bad. It's not your fault. Let's just do what we can. Okay. If you could just get them some food, then maybe we can fix this. Exactly! Let's go looking for things for the field or any other clues to improve the situation on the island. Okay, let's go. Sure, but where are we going? Somewhere we haven't explored yet. Deep in that dark cave. What? We're going back there? Fine, I guess we have to. I forgot she's still scared of the dark. Alright, so Aldo is not in my party anymore? Oh, Aldo is still in my party. Interesting. Alright. Let's eat some food. Make haste. Let's make haste. I need some healing. I need that preemptive attack by her. I need that preemptive attack. Down, down we go. Oops, I went around. Shoot! I went around. Go. At least everyone's healed. Oh wait, I ate. Whoops! Well, we just need some healing, alright? We just gotta do the heals. Curly. Alright. Let's see here. So, okay. Let's see. Have you guys seen the recent JP livestream, by the way? I watched it. And I only made it to the part where they introduce Alter Ilulu. I'm excited. I am quite excited for Alter Ilulu and what she has to offer to the group. Let's see here. Okay, where are you? Down here. Okay, this is just a continuation of the road. We're here. Alright. Go over. Interesting, we made it. Marielle, wait! What is it, Nona? It's just so dark. I can't go any further. Well, don't be silly. You'll be fine. I'm right here with you. Just a little further. I know. I've got to pull myself together. Right, let's go. I'm ready to take on anything. Ghosts and all. But please don't be any ghost about. Oh, what's this? Time has come to fulfill our duty as the guardians of this tower. Everyone is in high spirits. Some are even moved to tears of joy. This day, our clan fulfills its final role. This is a happy occasion, not cause to mourn. We will guide them from this cradle unto God's grace and mercy. O God, as you bestow the gospel upon the blessed saint, grant to us your favor as well, in recognition of our devotion. Interesting. So it's like a prayer sort. Right? Take it to the next area. Phew! We finally got out of that cave! Ah, look over there! I can see a little hut in the distance. We might find something there. Let's go! Wait up, Mario! Don't leave me behind! It's her. Oh, I can see the clock tower from there. That's so cool. You can see the clock tower from a distance. Okay, let's swing. Let's make the swing. So, how are we going to get up to that hut? I don't see any paths leading to the other side. No, behind you! Huh? Ah! It is a ghost! Calm down, it's just a monster. Now let's fight! Let's do this. My poor heart! I can't take much more of this! It looks like the monster was hiding in the brush. The hut shouldn't be too far. Let's get moving! Right. What the? Wait! What the heck? How did a chest get up there? Imagine me getting Yakumo. How much stones you have? I'm prepared. You are prepared for my squeals of excitement if I get my Yakumo baby boy to come home. Ah! I'm just training up my voice right now. I'm just training it up. I know Kaito Ishikawa voices Yakumo, but like, who's gonna be the English though? I prefer the Japanese more, so yeah. Yes, sir. One of the reasons why I decided to just choose the English VA for Honkai Star Rail is because of Alejandro Stab, aka Sino. I actually know Sino before. Actually know Sino from a previous series that may or may not have to be disclosed, but like, I love the way he acted there. I just remember the days of when he was still on that series. So good. Let's swing! Right. This hut looks like a treehouse. I can't believe there's really a hut in the middle of this forest. Doesn't look like there's anyone here. The whole place is covered in dust. Whoever used to live here probably left the island. There's There's so many books and stacks of paper around. Maybe they'll hold some kind of clue? Let's get looking. Alright. Lots of soil. Illegal scrubs. Beautiful handwriting. Locked and open. Got some. Oh my god, there's a lot. Okay, let's read first the new moon. I had been able to hide it for years, but it seems my luck has finally run out. Due to my bad arm, it would seem I am not worthy of being a tower defender like my ancestors. A lucky break. The air over there drives me even crazier than the poison on that island. Books that I have. Oh, interesting. It's like these are records of some people leaving the island and living in some places else. This is where they lost control. Lastly, the child. Okay, this was long. Interesting. Water. Alright, we know about the water. Possibilities. That was a lot. It mentioned a seed from somewhere eerie deep in the forest. Do you think that's the thing we're growing right now? That huge thing? But, but if it is, then this is bad. We may not know the whole story, but from what we just read, it sounds like it's dangerous to eat. That means... Got to tell Aldo. He might try to harvest it while we're away. Let's go back to the clock tower and... Marielle? The bells. The bells? I don't hear anything. Let's make dinner. They'll be back soon. Who sang the song? Children born from cotton. That wonderful snow-white child. Who does the bird kiss? Boy with the golden eyes. Girl with the smooth hands. Run, run, run in the forest. Silver fangs, stay away. My eyesight are so good. The whole world is covered in a veil of mist. Something strangely cold. No, zealous, absorbed gaze is watching over me. Always. Cold eyes fixed on me. Impure child of sin, you ashen eyes are a punishment from God. That is why your eyes cannot see this beautiful island. No, Rejoice, child of sin. God has given you a trial. Fill your blood with the tears of God. Drink, you sinful child. Maybe you will be forgiven. Stop it, no! That's not the tears of God. That's just poison. You keep feeding me food so poisonous even you can't eat it. Shut up. Stop talking. I can't cough. Interesting. Is this talking about Marie? Ah, saint! You would awaken as God's messenger, as a saint. You are our hope, so beautiful. Marie, you must raise our children. Only you can raise them into pure, sinless children of God. Really? You really think I'm a saint? And you want me to look after your children? Yes. Excuse me. Very well. I'll take those 10 children and raise them as children of the saint. Can raise them however I like? Good. I'll make them happy. Not like you. I'll make them a paradise for them. One where they can just breathe, laugh, feel the dappled sun, join hands. I will look after the pure, sinless children forever, here on God's island. So that even should they perish, never know. Fail. Never they did. Happy. I will take my reward. The pure children will stay pure. They will never become adults. They will only ever love me. That is all I ask. Then I will make everybody happy forever. Come what may, by any means necessary. Yeesh! Yes, before the dinner bell rings. Where am I going? Arm is hurt, so not far. Mind the wind now, okay? Liar, I will never be like you. I will never prove to you how foolish. Change. How happy it is to stay the same. Marielle? Marielle, wake up! Ugh. Marielle, thank goodness! You collapsed! I was so worried! Marielle? No, I'm Marie. Huh? I... Marielle, calm down! You're crying! Why are you crying? Did something happen to you while you were collapsed? Huh? Oh. I saw Marie's memories. What? I was Marie. She was so... What in the of all its glory was that child's scream? Did you hear that? It sounded like a child's scream. Let's go, Marielle. That was so scary. So creepy. Aldo, tell me a story. You want me to tell you a story? Yes, you promised me a tale of your adventures, remember? Is the outside world very, very large? Of ordinary people laughing happily, singing affectionate songs, holding hands with the people they love, walking through streets in the lamplight wearing soft shoes. Does such a world really exist? Marie? Tell me all about it. Right. I've been traveling with my friends, you see, but where to start? When I turned around, it was my grandpa of all people behind me. I really thought my heart might stop. I guess you prefer these everyday stories to ones about grand adventures. You think so? I want to enjoy unbelievable, wonderful stories about the big wide world. But it's as if what I really want is something else entirely. What do you mean? This story. Lovely. Alright, let's get back to the game. We're trying our best, you know. You are? With what? With getting you some food. Oh, and also, we want to repair your boat. Make something more durable. We'll make sure you can eat, and then we can introduce you to the outside world. Results may not be immediate, but we'll do whatever we can for you all. So, so, trust in us and don't give up. That's what I wanted to say. We really do want to help you. How strange. What? Sounds to me like resignation comes all too easily for you. You are so like him. Sure, you throw away your own values for the sake of others and only ever look forward. You only ever see what's right in front of you as if it only matters. Thing that matters. What are you talking about? Well, now, perhaps the reason why you're so uncontrollable is because they overlap with myself? What? Well, okay. I hope you don't mind, but there's something I need to get off my chest. Sometimes I wonder if I'm doing something foolish. I'll end up the same as then, but do you think that we will all be rewarded for staying pure, for doing the right thing? Well, I don't. It's all heaven's will. That's why I have to make my own happiness. If you do the right thing, salvation will come. Well, the history of this island proves otherwise. What do you mean by that? I don't want to be an islander. Still, I don't want to lose this. I'm driven by an uncontrollable fear. I'm terrified of you. Of us? Yes, so very scared. No matter what your circumstances are, anyone who turns up at your house and tries to meddle with your family, your life is going to provoke fear. That look in your eyes, a genuine belief that you outsiders can change this situation. The way you decided from the moment we met, we're weak and in need of protection. If not terrifying, then what is it? You look lost. Of course you do. But if thinking isn't your strong suit, it's best if you don't start trying now. Between thinkers and non-thinkers, the non-thinkers' flesh is always more tender. Huh? Oh, I didn't see the knife! No! No! The knife! Wait, Marie, you... What was that monster? Is that a monster? The children's screams. I think it's coming from the field. Marie, whatever this is, save it for later. We have to help. So you're just gonna carry a knife, about to stab you, and then you hear that children screaming? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna hold off for now. Stupid man. There is no later. That cry. Is it done already? I knew it. I am no match for a real one. Dude, that was so weird and creepy. Oh, that was so weird! It's so scary at the same time. Oh wait, I should have went the other side. Alright, let's go. Oh, wait, I need to take this down. I forgot about this. Let's take it down. Let's go. Let's go save those children. Yes. Or no. Give me a second. Need to bring in someone. Indeed. off. Go. Let's do this. Aldo, we got to hurry! Did you hear that scream too? Yes, we think it was coming from around here somewhere. There it is again! It's coming from the field. Hurry! Children! Children! Help us! Ah! The monster's gone berserk. Why would it have lost control like that? I don't know, but we've got to get in there and help. Maria, the children! I'm on it. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, let's go. Let's do this once more. Let's fight. Woo! The way she just puts up her shield like that. There, that should do it. Marielle, children, are you okay? Yes, we're all fine. Aldo, Nona! I'm so glad you're not hurt. But what are you doing out here? I thought you were napping in the clock tower. And Aldo, weren't you and Marie having tea in the clock tower? Yeah, we were. That's strange. I could have sworn the children were all sleeping on the second floor. When did you go outside? Huh? When? I don't know. We were just sleeping and then... Huh? My hands and tootsies. It hurt. They do? Let me see. Let me see. Oh yeah, there are scratches all over you. Your clothes are all dirty. What's going on? Oh, what now? That's what's making all that noise? Our crop? But how could a plant be crying out? Ah! Aldo, that thing is dangerous! Dangerous? What do you mean? I don't know the details. I just know you must not eat it. We have read in a journal that it shouldn't be eaten, but I think I jumped to the same conclusion anyway. There's definitely something not right about it. It looks like it's alive. Oh, what the heck? doing? I think it's hostile. Then we've got to fight back before anyone gets hurt. I won't let you hurt the children. Let's do this. Reborn life. Alright. Let's go. We did it! It looks like it's calmed down. Okay, Marielle, go take the children to the clock tower. Uh-oh, it's still going strong. No, children, wait! What are you doing? Get back! It's not safe for you! There you are. Huh? We finally found you! We finally found you! We heard you calling us. What's going on here? Get away from that thing! It's dangerous! It looks like it's going to strike again. We'll stop it, but you've got to get out of here! Stop it! Stop it! Don't bully it! Why would you do that? Children? Huh? What's that? Okay. What? Is it talking? You can't grow up all by yourself? That's okay. Us either. Us neither. Come on, let's hold hands. Wait, what are you? What are you saying, children? Get away from that. You must never approach that failure of a thing. Now come home. Must all be half asleep. Now stop this nonsense and... Huh? Who are you? What? What? Did they forget all their memories? Oh no. Yup. Sorry, we're listening. Let's all huddle together. Then we can be happy. We know. What? Huh? Oh, what the... What? What the... You're kidding! What just... Ooh, I'm so happy! Mama, I can feel Mama within all of us! Mama, let's find a new paradise! It's so suffocating here! Mama, I smell water! There's gotta be water nearby! Let's go back, Mama! Oh, that's so weird and creepy! Oh, what the heck? Wait! After them? Right. Okay, that is so creepy. Don't think I'll be sleeping either. This is the place, right here. Out of all the Apocrypha chapters, this is the most creepiest one. How did another Eden become a horror game? We're here! Wait! What are you doing? Stop this at once! Come over here where it's safe. What if you fall? you? I don't know. How can you not know? We've been together all this time. I gave you so much love. How could you not recognize me? I know who you are. Even in your new forms, I can tell who's who. Huh? It's kind of strange. There's something I want to say. Yeah, me too. Thanks for being so kind to us. Bye-bye. Wait! Stop! No! That's so creepy. Marie, don't! You'll fall! Marie! I don't understand! Enoch! Not! Elias! Amalie! Birdie! Tia! Monica! Serena! Liam! Andre! Come back! Come back! So they survived. They survived. Ivan? Marie. You're not safe there. Come here. Huh? Dude. So creepy. The way the children laughed. Thank you. Thank you? That seed you found and cultivated was what kept the children alive. The hundreds of times I tried, I was never be able to achieve this outcome. So thank you. What are you talking about? Didn't you see what happened to the children? I'm not even sure if you can call them children anymore. There is nothing good about this. Is that so? I disagree. Didn't you see their faces? Yes, their forms have changed, but their eyes still sparkled with joy. They have a new life now. Unlike their intended history, they have wills, a future, and hope. They may look different, but so what? All that matters is they survived, keeping their dignity and free will. How can you say that? How can you say they still have their dignity? We cannot accept this. We still can't even understand it. And Marie... Marie... This is too much! All we wanted was to put food in their bellies and smiles on their faces. We wanted to help them. But maybe it would have been better if we'd done nothing at all. They've swum quite far already. Let us pray they find their paradise across the sea. How can you say that? Well, we should probably go back to the clock tower. Staying here won't do Marie's health any good. Okay. This is so weird on so many levels. I don't think that's... Oh, that was so creepy! The way that she... But that... Wait. What about these then? What about these then? What about the Apocrypha? These. What about these? I can't... How? The children are gone! I can't do them. I can't do these quests at all. Can't believe it. This is what I signed up for. Tia can't sleep unless she snuggles the doll I made her. Birdie's always acting like the big sister, always acting the big sister to everyone, when really she longs to be spoiled more than any of the others. Bree. I wish they would come back. The sea must be so very cold. Marie. Ivan, you won't disappear, will you? You won't try to die anymore? Tell me you'll stay by my side. What was that noise? Let's go, Aldo. It could be. Go. I will stay with Marie. Okay. Okay. Would have would have thought that there'd be an island here. It's not on any maps. We must be the first to discover it. Whoa. Okay. People. Um. Excuse me. Did you come here by boat? Why, yes. Are you islanders? We found traces of civilization, but we never thought people would actually be living here. By some stroke of good luck, we even speak the same language. Please talk to us. Let us learn from you. Hold on, we are not. Oh, where are my manners? I haven't even explained what we're doing here. We're traders from the central continent. We were sailing west from the continent of our usual trade route. We found ourselves lost at sea. Our compass was broken. I thought we'd wind up adrift at sea. But then we saw a beautiful golden light between the waves. We followed it and it brought us here. Must sound unbelievable, but it was the strangest experience. The light seemed out of this world. The entire crew was convinced that this light was guiding us, that we had to sail this ship in the direction they showed us. And then we found ourselves on this island, this golden land. This couldn't be the Garden of Heaven, could it? Huh? Oh, no, it's a real. I guess we're still a little excited. Well, if we're still in the real world, this is good news indeed. You folks seem rather bewildered yourselves. Perhaps it's best if we left to explore the forest a little. When we come back, we'd love to talk to you, people of this golden land. Interesting, alright. Alcron, welcome to the live. How are you doing? Interesting, alright. What's going on? Why would a ship turn up out of the blue? They said a beautiful light brought them here. The ship from the outside has come here, then maybe their days of being stuck on this island are over. Right. But no matter how many ships come, and even if this way of life is finally over, the children are gone and they're not coming back. I think perhaps the children beckoned the ship. The light shining through the waves could have been the children. Maybe they guided the ship to free Marie and Ivan out of this island. Marielle. Before the children left, they thanked Marie. Perhaps this was their final gift to you. At least, that's what I'd like to think. If that is the case, then Marie should be the only one to receive this gift. Why have you come? Is Marie okay? I don't think we should be leaving her on her own. Don't worry, I put her to sleep. It's safer that way for her. Well, I remembered. I have something for you. For me? Little bird, do you mind if I call you that? My instincts are whispering to me to give you this. It will aid you in your quest for your memory. Okay, I do like this Phantom. I do like this version of Phantom. He's much nicer, right? Not encryptic or anything. Just woke up. All right. How long have you? How many hours of sleep did you even get? How could this happen? How could this be happening? Chief! What's going on here? What happened? Wait, what happened? Where's the project? Where's our precious child? We failed to pick up on a runaway internal energy cascade. By the time the alerts sounded, it was already automatic deployment of the freezing system was necessary. Cell integrity failed, resulting in exothermic reaction. An explosion. The child was lost. I'm glad your equipment protected you. I also see no issues with the overall life reaction process. Transport her to the medical pod. Once her eyes open, her first task will be to clean up this mess. Chief. We haven't lost anything yet. Just return to square one. Don't lose heart. Keep thinking. Keep testing. Keep praying. Until the day that our Savior, our miracle child, is born. What was that? I don't understand. Why did I see that scene? It's making me so sad, like it's a gaping hole in my heart. Ivan? I don't have much time left. This time. Looks like the end will come. Time will not repeat itself again. Neither will my much repeated life. I must go. I'm sorry that you were forced into this situation due to my lone lack of power, but I am truly grateful. Save them. Don't say that. Kitty! Cat? It's that cat! Are you saying that it's really over? And we should go back to our own time, Leia? Our own time? Look at that. We finished chapter 5. But I don't want to go. Surely we can't resist. Can't resist. Even so, nothing more you can do. But I'm not ready. Dude. Marielle! Your turn. Is there really nothing we can do? Can't we look for the children? Or stay behind with Marie? Or something. Marie will leave the island soon on that ship. They will rescue her. Anyone brought back from the Golden Land, from God's Island, will surely be treated with respect. Don't worry. Go home. Besides, though I know this is selfish of me, I would like to be alone with. You allow me this? Okay. I don't understand, but I do. I don't want to allow it, but I will. That's what you want. Nona. I'm sorry we can't do anything. Sorry we don't understand. Thank you for sharing your food. I really liked you. It was only for a short while. Sure you haven't appreciated my carelessness. But, you know, I will never forget the times we talked together. I can't tell the children now, so maybe you could tell Marie. Perhaps it's cruel of me to impose this wish on you, but I'll tell her. Thank you. Let's go, Aldo. Right. Hey, Aldo? Yes? I'm sad. Yes? Disappointed. Too. I wonder, what should we have done? Should have been. There it is. The chiming of the bell tower. Or clock tower. We're done! Phantom! I mean Ivan. Good morning. Strange feeling. It's almost as if it was all a dream. I had 10 children, raising them together. But you, way through, you, Marie. Yes, Ivan? Such a nice day today. I can hear the birds singing. Oh, you're so pale. Why have you gone so see-through? Interesting. Alright. So hate to leave. I am so happy that you're alive. Now, no regrets. I don't care if I die. Finally. Ivan? What are you talking about? Ivan? No, wait! Why? Marie, you are so strong. So be strong. And forget about me. Live your life. Think about your own happiness this time, okay? Be brave. That's all you lack. I'm already disappearing. I pray for you to be your courage. I will be your sword. And then, no matter what difficulty or ugliness comes your way, slash through it. I pray that you will be happy now. That nothing bad will ever threaten you again. Wait! What are you? Gave so much to the children. Never had anything for yourself. But Marie, this sword is yours, and yours alone. Never forget that. It's a sword! Ivan? No! Why? 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 I don't want this! What I wanted! I always wanted. It wasn't this! Yeah, the voice acting kind of made me tear up a bit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That made me tear up a bit while I was doing the voice acting. So strange. But then, true ending. That's, well, we still have a lot of time. We're good. Now we get the true ending. Where's the sword came from? It came from the ghost of the phantom. Oh my goodness. So creepy. So many levels. But cleared Apocrypha quest. Alright. Let's get all my rewards today. And let's try to do one pity pull. Last bits of the phantom. Well, at least now. Yes. Let's hope something bad does not really happen once the next drop of Apocrypha comes out. I really want to get my dear Yakumo. If we jump through this pillar, then... Oh! Oh? What is it, Nona? Aldo, look! There's a rift! Is that a distortion in space-time like we saw before? Don't these appear when the white knight time layer tries to preserve its history? So there could be another possible history we don't know about through here. Aldo, it's Ogre and Corum awake. Maybe. Just need to sever this rift, right? Do this. Ogre and Corum, strike out. Oh, that's so weird. It's always creepy. Hmm? What was that? Not in Liam? Look. Marie! And all the children? They vanished. Aldo, do you think what we just saw? Yes, if it works the same as before, then there could be a future in which Marie and the children stay together. A future where one has to die, no one has to part. Then there's only one thing to do. Nona. I don't really know what we can do yet, but I really don't want to accept that ending. No, I feel the same. If there's still something we could do, then we should do it. Okay, let's go back to Eret. If it works like last time, we can use an energy fragment from the monster to widen the rift. Right! If there's even the slightest chance that we can change their fate, we have to find it. Let's do this. Let's try to get the true ending. Alright, let's go back to Eret. All the indicators tell us you're jealous. It's safe to say all hate them's great renown. In Teyvat brings you down. Not another one. I'm gonna skip through these. I forgot what the monsters I have not faced yet. Oh yeah, this is the... is that... So it's different from the one we fought? Let's take it down. Oh, wait. Let's switch the teams up a bit. Let's go with you. And you. Maybe Nekoko. Let's add Nekoko to the party. Nekoko AS, that is. Let's go. Alright, let's try to do this. Oh, it's... What? It's weak to wind and crystal. Alright, interesting. I had to look up the wiki site so I know what's going on. Sorry, I had to use it. Alright, where are you? Where is my alter Suzette? Here we go. We're gonna need... who is it? Ikyo. Also going to need... Melissa. Last but not the least, we will have... Where is she? We will have... Ariel. There we go. All the indicators tell us you're jealous. It's safe to say all hate them's great renown. In Teyvat brings you down. Right, which that? I'm just gonna use this random one. Let's see. Right. Do this. For the enemy, reborn life. Alright, let's do. New bulbs sprouted? Alright, let's do that. Oh my gosh, it switches. Alright. Oh my god, that's so powerful. Alright. Got that. All the indicators tell us. Why didn't you... Well... I just wanted to switch things up, alright? Just wanted to switch things up. We just defeated it anyways. Hey, are those? Energy fragments, like last time? Yeah, it looks that way. We should be able to use these to restore the partial wormhole. Alright, let's head back to Marie's Island and see. Let's go! Do this! Get the true ending. I know it's gonna be sad, but hey, we're gonna get the true ending. Story. I haven't unlocked any other true endings aside from this one. Oh god. Wait. Oh, we go to Ashihara, so... All the indicators tell us, but jealous. It's safe to say all hate them's great renown. Right. You won't be able to switch maps or edit your party lineup for a while. Well, give me a moment to switch back. Give me a flippin' moment to switch back to my party. Shed a light on what your symptoms mean. All the indicators tell us you're jealous. Safe to say all hate them's great renown. Say that brings you down. Right. Go. The rift. It's smaller than it was before. Let's try the fragment out fast. Okay, but there's just the two of us here. We're missing someone. Marielle! Marielle! You're so right. Marielle would... Actually, never mind. Come on, let's go get Marielle. Right. Marielle should be in Unigen. Is that true? Is that true? Yes, if we go through this rift, we might be able to change how things ended. It worked in the past when we were in a similar situation. Obviously, there's no guarantee that it would work, and I know it will be really hard on you if we fail. It's fine. Thank you both. I'm absolutely coming with you. Sweet! Ariel. After I got back, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I couldn't accept it. I've had enough of doing nothing and regretting everything. And I want to see them again. I want to see those happy children and Marie smiling lovingly at them. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Then that's settled. All right, let's give it a go. There we go. Oh, the wormhole! It's been restored. Through here? Through here, there's got to be a way to change Marie and the children's faith. But who knows what point it will take us to. Before, the branch point in time was when we grew that dangerous plant. So just before the children came to the field? First, we got to keep the children away from the field. Right, and next we've got to talk to Ivan and Marie. Yes, I really want to talk to them again. I need to confront them. Okay, let's go. This time, let's make sure everyone ends up happy. Let's go. Let's go. Have we gone back in time? Have we gone back in time? Looks that way, but I can't really tell from inside the forest. I'd like to check on that plant, but first things first, we should go back to the clock tower. Right. We need to make sure the children are okay. You'll be unable to switch maps for a while, okay? I can't read for some reason. I can't read today because of my lisp. Well, I don't have a lisp, but like it's hard for me to speak when I'm speaking so fast. Oh, wait. Let's go down. We have a grappling hook. Let's get orange claws. Great. Go. Marie! Is something wrong? Yay, Marielle! And Nona and Aldo, where'd you go? Oh, Marie, children! What's wrong? Why are you all crying? Did something sad happen? Let me comfort you. Thank you. Would you mind all giving me a hug? Yay! Time for cuddles! I want to join in too. Come on, Aldo, get in there. Okay. This isn't a dream. It's nap time after. Sorry, I was just reading something. Reading from chat. You're gonna nap too? Oh, we'd love to, but there's a little something we've got to do first. Are you going to the field? I do so appreciate all that you've done for us, but please don't pressure yourselves too much. Nope, not the field. We saw the floor was damaged when we were cleaning up before. We thought we'd fixed it. Oh, and also, I can't imagine this will be a problem since it's in the middle of the forest, but no matter what, don't go to the field, okay? If you need anything there, come to us, got it? Hmm? Hey! The forest ain't safe. We promised not to go there. You're all so good. Now go off to for your nap with Marie. And Marie, I'd love to talk to you when nap time's over. Can you spare me some time? Sure. Thank you. See you later. Let's go to Ivan. Mama, time for sleepy sleeps. Yes, let's go. Alright, let's go. Let's go to Ivan, we go! Alright, let's go. Oh wait, wrong room! Stairs is where we need to go. Right, let's go. Let's go talk to Ivan. Here we go. Ivan, where are you? I have you come back. Ivan! Oh, thank goodness you're still alive! Children were able to survive. They were heading for paradise, their eyes so full of hope. My life may have ended, but I was able to leave Marie on that ship. Given how she was treated in their true history, she likely would have lived to old age on the main island. Marie and the children all survived. They weren't walking corpses. They didn't go insane. First time ever, it was a success. We may never get that future again, so why? Why would you turn back time? Why would you return it all to nothing? I thought I told you. I'd repeated these events hundreds of times before you came here. But I've never seen that result. I thought my wish had come true at long last. I thought a happy future had finally bestowed upon them. But why would you go do this? You're the only one who was happy with how things turned out, even if the children were feeling euphoric at the time. That was probably just because they were intoxicated by their fusion with that plant. And what's more, I don't care what you think. Marie wasn't happy at all. Didn't you see her chase after the children, then break down in tears? Well, look for another future. Everything you tried to protect has been destroyed. This isn't a happy ending. You said that you love Marie and the children. So don't compromise. Don't accept that ending. Compromise? That's absurd. I felt genuine relief at the way things ended. No matter what you say, so as long as they get to live and survive with a chance of happiness, so long as then they don't turn into those monsters like in their true history, then I am satisfied. No, that's still not good enough. Let's say that you're right and Marie and the children are able to survive. You will still end up dead, and you won't be with Marie. Why would you? I had a little talk with Marie in the previous time loop. I didn't entirely understand what she was saying, but sounds to me like resignation all comes all too easily for you. You are so like him. I'm sure you throw away your own values for the sake of others and only ever looking forward. You only ever see what's right in the front of you, if it, as if it's the only thing that matters. I think she was talking about you. It was difficult to understand the full meaning behind her words, but it sounded like Marie couldn't bear what you were doing to herself. She didn't want you to die. You know, Ivan, if there was someone I really wanted to save and I could do so by sacrificing myself, I know I'd take that option. I'd give them all I had. Thought it would help. Aldo! But when I saw Marie so distressed, so desperate and not to lose you all, wanting to use us for our meat just to keep you and the children alive, I realized by giving up on yourself, the ones you care about most will be the ones who suffer. You may have thought it was a good choice, but it led people to resort to such a sad course of action just to avoid it. I know you have accepted his fate, but to me it just sounds like you've given up on your own life, on others' greatest happiness. Though her methods were so wrong, Marie was fighting on, doing just about everything she could do for you. Well, Ivan, stop this, please. I'm serious. If you keep hacking away at your own body, what will happen to you? Do you expect your life to go on as normal? No, I hate this. It's all wrong. All wrong. How could I accept someone I care about shortening their own life like this? And how can you expect me to? You wouldn't let me use my power of purification because of the harm it caused, and yet you go and do this? Why don't you understand? Why? We feel the same way. Why would you turn to me? When she cried to me, I always thought that no matter how heartbreaking it was, there was no other way. In order to realize an ideal happiness that I myself and had chosen for them, I put her feelings, those priorities, below that ideal future, viewed it as one individual's pain, trivial in the face of the greater good. But ultimately, the reason she became so desperate, why she decided to take such risks all on her own, it was all because of me. I wish to start again. Ivan! Let's seek this greatest happiness. Let's do this. Let's make sure you, Marie, and the children can all be together. The plant you grew in the last time loop will still be growing now. The thing that fused with the children? What was that? I don't know myself. We found an account of the cabin in the woods that seemed to be talking about it, but all it said was that it was dangerous to eat. You know what I think? You know what I think? I think whoever wrote that must have had some kind of hypothesis about the plant. And maybe, just maybe, they wrote it down. It could still be in that hut somewhere. And if not, there might be other clues. Let's get it. A cabin in the woods? Ivan? From what I've seen, it grows faster than normal plants. Should go as soon as possible. It will follow the same path. I will send you there using my power. Ivan? Ivan? I came to check where these supposed broken floorboards were. But what are you doing here? What is going on? Marie! Go. Where did you send them? Ivan, just what are you up to? Listen to Marie, Dude, this is so intense. And I have to play Honkai Star Rail after this, and Genshin Impact for the dailies. Oh my gee, there's a lots of games, and then there's Wuthering Waves coming out soon. Are we here? There's Wuthering Waves coming soon. I'm gonna be playing that again. I'm gonna be playing that soon. That's the hut! Worried as I am about Marie, let's go looking for that plant account. I am so excited for Wuthering Waves. It's gonna complete the tetralogy of games that I have. Hurry! We can't let that future happen again! I have Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact, and Punishing Grey Raven. Missing Wuthering Waves. And now, I think it's gonna be a 5 things per se. Alright. Conflict. Let's read the rest. Birdsong. Sin. Okay, this one's really long. Okay. So Sin was the long one. Let's read the voice. Read the rest. I think we've already read some of it. Let's read. Discomfort? Interesting. Read independent. Interesting. Oh my god, there's more. Whoops! The Golden Child. That was so long. Dude. I'm gonna skip through these. So I'm daydreaming. Alright. Done that. Wait, what did all that mean? There was so much to read, I'm still confused. But it looks like that plant we grew was a new human. A person. I still can't quite believe it. Reading those journals, quite a few passages made a lot of sense. They tied in perfectly with what's happened so far with us. The previous time loop, the plant did seem to speak. It seemed like only the children could hear it, but at the very least they were able to converse, which means it has thoughts and a will of its own? But how am I meant to turn around and accept that the plant thing we grew is actually a person? Though right now, I guess it doesn't really matter whether it's a person or not. Unless we do something, it's going to fuse with the children again. And if we want Marie and the children to be happy, then we need to nip this danger in the bud. It was us who grew it, so it's our responsibility to do something. But let's nip that in the bud. Hey, Tainari coming in. You should get Tainari to fix this. It may not look anything like a person, but if it is one after all, then it's no longer a case of simply pulling a dangerous plant. It's the same as killing someone you've raised yourself. What should we do? If we don't do anything, that previous time loop will repeat itself. If we can't pull it up, then we've got to deprive it of water to stop it from growing, or... No, that's not different. That's no different. It's still attacking that won't fight back. I don't know what to do. My head feels like it's going to explode. But at least we know one thing. We know we have to do something right now. The question is, what? We could keep the children away from the plant. It's a simple plan, but... If we fail and they manage to talk it to again, that tragedy will repeat itself. Then first, we need to let them know that the plant is dangerous. Then we need to get back to the clock tower. If we can talk to Phantom and maybe Marie, then at least we'll be taking a different route from the last time loop. Let's do this. Right, let's... I forgot you can't do things with the map. I won't be able to switch maps. Almost forgot about it. La la la, la 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 la. Let's go back. Let's hurry. You know, the field's actually pretty close by. Why don't we take a quick little look, find out how big it's grown? No, it's too dangerous to go near before we warn them of its danger. Got to go back to the clock tower first. Well, come back. Come back. Marie! My, why are we rushing? Sweat too much and you'll catch chill. We, how do we put this? You see... Oh, I think I know something that would help you calm down a little. That thing you were growing is still a while off maturing. You don't need to worry about it yet. Oh, you've found out what it is, haven't you? That's why you look so panicked. You knew about that plant, Marie? But how? I don't know what you've seen or what you know, but I can guess. You went to that cabin. Ivan sent you there. Oh yeah, I nearly forgot about Ivan. Last we saw, you two were talking in the clock tower. I left him behind. He's so cruel. He never took the slightest bit of notice of anything I said on the matter. But 5 minutes with you, and suddenly he's apologizing me for everything. It made me so angry. I feel so disrespected. Besides, it's far too late. Don't say that, Marie. Ivan genuinely... And another thing. I know that you've come to my paradise many times now, turning back time over and over. Did Ivan tell you that? No, I've worked it out for myself. Somehow you knew in detail things that only Ivan and I knew. You've been acting strange ever since you returned from outside, like going to see a broken floor. Oh. And I remembered. Ivan often used to say these strange things. This time this, next time that. It reminded me of that, so I thought perhaps this wasn't your first time here. I don't understand though. Why have you come to my paradise? What are you plotting? We're not plotting. We just want to save you from this environment. I don't expect you to save me. Huh? Oh, you've been through this time and time again, yet the previous me never said that? Perhaps the previous me could better tolerate this resentment I feel toward you. If so, I commend her. Resentment? Why would you resent us? Your involvement is so incredibly self-righteous. That's why it's so irritating. You think you can save us. You, who've never really truly suffered. You, who are mere visitors here. Marie, that's... Yes, I know. But my, you're so very sensitive to everything I say. You've gotten yourself sidetracked. Have you forgotten all about the cabin? About the plant? Oh yeah, how did you know about that? That cabin was once my home. What? Well, technically, the house belonged to my adopted father of sorts, the man who raised me. He hid it from me, but when he started acting strange at home, I got worried and followed him. I secretly followed him many times after that, deep into the forest. I saw the plant, I read all his records. You read them too, I presume? Then you knew what it was from the very beginning? Why did you stop us from growing it? Why did you stand back and do nothing? Because you actually grew it. Huh? It was growing well. I wanted to grow. That's why I didn't stop you. There was a time when I genuinely thought I didn't need that thing. However, after he'd gone, I planted those seeds time and time again. I'd scour the forest looking for them. You did? But it failed every single time. Sometimes it wouldn't sprout, or maybe it would wither and die. I went back to my old house of painful memories and researched and tweaked my mythology like crazy, but I always failed. I had no talent for it. I went deep into the forest, changed the water, changed the soil, changed its hours of sunlight, and so on. I knew how to handle a knife, though I'd only ever used it for cooking while my father was there. But that forest gets more dangerous the further in your tread, and those seeds were only ever in such areas. I desperately clung to my knife as I moved through the forest, monsters attacking left and right. Finally, I found it and planted it. It failed to bear fruit, yet that plant I had tried so desperately to grow for so long, you grew successfully the moment you arrived. I was so shocked, so angry. I felt worthless. Of course, you have luck on your side. You have a true saint. These great heroes who came from out there to bring salvation to my little paradise, they harbor no false saints. That's why I thought, so I decided to let you grow it. If you managed to follow it through to conclusion, then I would snatch it from you. Why would you do that? Why would you want that human so badly? Oh, it's not so important. At least not to you, but to me, it's everything. Vengeance. Vengeance? Do you mean? Oh, no. No, what? Dude, what the heck? Oh, that's so strange. Okay, I'll be right back. Give me a sec. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. Took a while. Had to refill my water. And let's see here. Let's go continue. They acted dreadfully toward you. They cornered you. They gave you no choice. How did you know that? Oh, I guess a genuine saint like you is able to peek other people's pasts without permission. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I was able to see it. No, that's just an excuse, isn't it? A person's past is theirs alone, and It's fine. I feel a weight off my shoulders knowing I have less secrets. But yes, I used to be persecuted for being a poor-sighted outcast. How much do you know about this island? Mystical forests, the poison island, the golden island. Oh, did you see the crystals in the water? You must have. That's how you grew that thing, right? Serves it right, doesn't it? In the end. Oh, never mind. I won't say that. It's too pathetic. My point is, the island is made up of the rotten, stupid dreams of stupid adults. Excessive dreams, excessive prayers. They all had such strange eyes. The adults alienated me due to some arbitrary standards of theirs. Day and night they fed me the most poisonous foods. I kept eating them. I was too hungry not to. I writhed in agony every time. Then one day, when I had completely lost track of how long I have been living that way. Ew, this is so messed up. This is so messed up. Marie! It hurts. It hurts so much. I'm going to die. Little by little, they kept making me eat. Am I? No. No, no, no! It's not fair! It's not fair! I want to be happy too. I don't need to be very happy. Just a little. Just a tiny bit happy. Everyone else is happy. Why can't something good happen to me for once? Huh? Huh? I can't breathe. I don't hurt. And I can see? So this is what it's like to see. It's incredible. It's beautiful. What is this light? So clear. It's good. I don't feel numb. I eat this? Wow, I don't believe it. This is incredible. I feel like God. Why has my body... Hey, are you okay? Pull it together. I gained the power of purification, but collapsed the first time I've ever used it. That's when Father found me. Wait, that light! It's the pure cradle! Why would you... Oh, you know it? Perhaps you can use it too. You are a genuine saint after all. After my father was gone, I had an opportunity to show this power to the islanders. It was quite by chance. And then they changed their tune. They called me a saint. They called me the wielder of pure light. They celebrated me, the girl they had once persecuted, and offered me their children. Funny, isn't it? So for my first act of vengeance, I decided to raise their children. As pure beings obedient to me, as beautiful beings that would never leave, young beings who will never hurt, whose ignorance would flatter my self-esteem by comparison. Marie, but... I thought you genuinely... My next act of vengeance was to create the golden child to the islanders so desperately sought, the new human. Absurd as it sounds, if I could hold that if I could hold in my hands the being that they had sought their whole lives, this thing for myself, by blinding it with love, then oh, how good must that feel! Yes, I only agreed to raise the children because I thought it would be good practice. But by creating this new human and raising it as my own, I could extract revenge on my father. Your father? Why him? Well, you read his records, didn't you? He once sought that glory for himself. But he got scared and killed it, saying it was too soon for us. That was such a waste. He kept going on about humanity. He didn't know what this thing was and blah blah blah. Still, Oh, how rude of me. I've been talking your ears off, haven't I? What's wrong, Marielle? You seem to be scowling at me, yet you have the saddest look on your face. Please don't bite your lips so. You'll make it bleed. I don't. I don't know what to say right now. It's fine to be angry, even people with unethical and ugly desires would agree there. No, I'm not finished. You're not someone who can be dismissed so simply. I've always wanted to be close to you. Every time loop, I've wanted to say so much to you. When I came here, I've made up my mind. This time, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to look you in the eyes and talk to you, and I'm not going to lose my composure this time. And yet now, when I hear about your past, your thoughts, your ambitions, I'm ashamed to admit I can't come up with what I need to say. My emotions get swayed. Between I want to save you and I can't forgive you, or between pathetic and cruel. Even so, that's a bit much. Do you change your principles the moment you hear something that inspires sympathy? You paint over your disgust with compassion and change your position in an instant. Isn't that basically just a form of narcissism? Marie! Marie, you are a very good talker. Huh? I can't even win an argument against you. You obliterate me every time. But even so, even if I can't convince you about anything, I still want to help you, even in the midst of all this chaos. That one thing has never changed. I want to hold your hand. I want to see a genuine smile on your face, and I want you to be saved. And now I've lost my temper. I'm speaking on impulse. I'm holding my hand out to you. Please don't hide yours behind your back. That's all I ask. That's honestly all I ask. Something will change this time. Ugh, just shut up. I don't need your help. Marielle, have you ever touched another's heart right up to the end of their life? Touch another's heart with the purest of feelings. That's one of the teachings of the temple. Don't think about how it will affect you. Just pray for their happiness wholeheartedly. There's a priestess who taught me about the priesthood. She's like a sister to me. Well, she once said, prayers are for the people. It shows the pureness of your heart and the depth of your love to all people. This is the only thing that's important to remember for us priestesses. Such nice words, but sadly, to me, those words ring shallow. So shallow, they practically splashing around in the shoal. If you reach out to everyone with a pure heart and the deepest of love, and you pull toward you the hand hidden behind my back, you hold on tight. Well, how long will it last? How long will you hold on? Huh? Until the very end of your life? Surely not. While you interpret your doctrine? Or will you just hold my hand long enough to say thank you? Because if you're only saving them temporarily, then leaving the rest to their own regenerative abilities, is that really saving them? Even if they feel they have been saved while you hold their hand and smile sweetly at them? What about those who lack the strength to stand out after the euphoric moment that has passed? Oh, Not everyone is that weak, and you have a strong will. You can walk, supported by the shining light. Good God may give a revelation, but he loves the lamb such that he won't let it go. After God leaves, the lamb is lost, searching for the golden-haired God who gave it light in the darkness. In that sense, you're just like God. With God's graceful hand, you would destroy this paradise of salvation that I have created here, showing us all hope and with temporary salvation, captivating our hearts with temporary euphoria. God's companions are the same. They gave my children the fruit of wisdom, but it is meaningless in this world. So what are you going to do? Rummage around, trample over everything, and then just leave? But it's still not right to deprive your children of knowledge they should have, or to cover their eyes. You cling to this place, obsessed with revenge, unable to trust anyone. You're not able to see anyone with any true sense, not Ivan and not the children either. You can't spend your whole life on this island, on this fake paradise. Fake? How dare you! You horrible, awful... Well, looks like someone won that argument. Why are you acting so righteous? Why must you do everything right? I can't be happy unless I think this way, unless I stay here. Can't you understand that? Mama? Children, what are you doing here? There was a strange man. It was like he was glowing. He came and told us. He said to come to you. Said he'd protect us. So we went through the forest. But is that you, Mama? Why do you have such a scary look on your face? Go back to the house, now! Marie! Whatever. They've seen me angry. They'll hate me now. If there's no sense keeping up appearances, then why bother? I'm so very tired. Oh. Wait. They said there was a glowing man. Was that Ivan? Even if he is able to protect them on the way out, will they be okay on the way back? Good point. We've got to go after them. You're right. We can't let anything happen to them, even if it's just one of them. Even if just one of us goes after them. No. That thing has almost grown, and Ivan's time's nearly up. I need your meat. Not this again. Again, you say? So I've done this before, in the times you've repeated. Marie, stop this, please! Just try to calm down. The children are afraid of you, and if Ivan's not long for this world, then what good is turning us into mate? Who will that make happy? Who will that make us happy? For whose sake do you wield that blade? You've turned your means into an end. It's for me. Everything I've done for my own sake. So if I get rid of you three unwanted visitors, then I know that will make me very happy. No, Marie, you're wrong. So very wrong. Don't abandon yourself to despair. I don't care how much we clash with words. I will not let you dirty your hands. So give me that knife now. Hand over the knife. Please, hurry. Oh, do shut up. There's that obnoxious face again. That conviction that only you could possibly be right. Stop. Stop. Children? Huh? Stop it, Marielle, please. Don't be mean to Mama. No, you don't understand. I'm not being mean to her. When Mama pulled that scary face, there were tears in her eyes. We've never seen Mama cry before. I think she was crying because she was sad from fighting. Mama's super kind. You know that, don't you? So stop it. Poor Mama. She's always telling us not to be mean to others. No, children. We're not being mean to her, honest. We just... Really? So why'd you look so scary? Why were you crying, Mama? Mama? I was angry. Those people. There was a strange man. It was like he was glowing. He came to told us. Alright. Listen to me, Marie. What did he say to her? But it's still not right to deprive your children of knowledge they should have, or to cover their ears. Eyes, I mean. You cling to this place, obsessed with revenge, unable to trust anyone. You're not able to see anyone in any true sense. Not Ivan and not the children either. Excuse me? You can't spend your whole life on this island, on this fake paradise. It's for me. Everything I've done for my own sake. So if I get rid of you three unwanted visitors, then I know that will make me very happy. Stop! Stop! Dude, this is so... Whoa! This is so... Dude, this is so much for a freaking Apocrypha game. Oh. Mama? I wasn't being bullied. I was the one who doing the bullying. I was the one being mean to them. Huh? Huh? Marie? I was in the wrong. I was always in the wrong. Well, why say that, Mama? There's no way! What's wrong, Mama? Tell you what, I was in the wrong later, along with so many other things I told you. What do you mean? Marie, why are you suddenly... After all that fuss I made, I must seem like a fool, but... I don't know. It's had sudden change of heart. It's just seeing the children run to defend me, trusting me completely after I raised my voice at them. So I realized I was wrong. This wasn't how I wanted to raise them. Marielle, you, and Ivan, and Aldo and Nona, even my father. You all said things I tried so hard to reject. I wanted so badly to ignore it. I thought I'd lose it. I thought I'd lose if I ever accepted it. All of a sudden, I see it. Accept it. Free. They had simply run off. I never would have awakened. Though who's to say whether my awakening is for the better? My God, you still haven't changed all too much. I hate you. I envy you. Sly, you're just awful. But I think I was wrong after all. Don't blame me. You laughing at me? At all? No, not at. Well, maybe just a little before. Sorry, Marielle. I can't accept your apology. I still haven't found an answer to the question that you asked me. I'm sorry, Marie. Don't apologize. My emotions always get the better of me whenever I talk. I'm still bitter. Hearing you apologize is just irritating. Why are you laughing? Stop it! Mama, are you okay now? Yes, I'm okay. Will you escort the children to the clock tower? I think I'm still too bland. No problem. Of course we will. What about you, though? I'll return in a little while. Let's reconvene at the top floor, where Ivan is. Got it. Marie. Yes? I like you, Marie. I've actually liked you all this time. You have? Yeah, because you act like such a mom. I feel kind of spoiled. Anyway, I really enjoyed it. So I'm really glad it looks like you might head towards happiness at last. This might not make sense to you, but I'm still glad I got it off my chest. Anyway, see you later. So much reading. What are you guys talking about while I was away? I only just backread some of the chats that Fluffy left. What did he mean by what? What did he mean by grace by what? Huh? Okay, that's strange. What was that? Who knows? Who knows? You, her, and Aldo. You're all such strange people. Can't understand you. Finally, let's get to moving. Oops, I activated caps lock. I didn't mean to. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Yes, I did the Zila voice! Kennedy has desires to control that. And I'm no exception. Dude, I nailed the Zila voice. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Counter my Pythagorean. Time for a good old counterattack. I can't do that. I can't do the voice of Pella. Fight as one! I think that's Team Young. What's this? Shape of Taishu! Rise, Phoenix! I think I nailed the Sushang one too. I'm still trying to practice some of the lines. Alright, let's interact with Ivan. Oh, there you are. Sorry, we were a little late. Thank you for escorting the Ivan, welcome back, Marie. You sent the children to me, right? I did. Thank you, Ivan. That must have been hard on you. You should rest. I don't want you to push yourself any further. I wouldn't say I'm pushing my... Oh, why pretend? Thank you, Marie. I will do as you suggest and leave to take some rest. Call if you need me any. You're welcome. Thank you for listening to me. So, what are you all going to do now? Judging from the looks on your faces, I'm assuming you think the plant must be stopped. So why are you going to kill it as my father did? Are you going to kill it as my father did? Or... Actually, I think we should make sure we're all on the same page first. There's a lot I want to ask you. And having been through other time loops, I imagine there's some things only we can tell you too. Once we're up to speed, maybe we can think about what to do next. Okay, let's do that. So that's what happened in the previous time loops. Unless we do something, the children will meet a terrible fate. We have to stop that from happening. But it's a person, so we can't just kill it. I've been obsessing about that thing far longer than you. But now that I think about it, I feel like killing it was really the right choice. A dreamlike feat symbolizing this stupid island. Whatever this thing is, if there's a chance it will drive people crazy or harm anyone, then perhaps my father was the right choice all along. That said, I feel as if I've just awoken from a long dream. I'm not confident that I'm able to think right. I can't even say with confidence that I'm sane right now. I'm sane right now. Marie. If I can't trust myself, perhaps I should listen to those with me. Ariel, what do you do? What would you do? Huh? I... For the children's sake, I can't help but feel it's best to nip this danger in the bud. However, I'm not so sure. Because it's human. There is that, but that's not all either. I don't know if I can really express it well, but... We picked that plant. Would it really be any different from putting the children's eyes out? And once I thought that, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Oh. Are you saying we should see that plant the same way we see the children of the clock tower? Maybe. It's just a feeling, so I can't explain it all too well. But that's how I happen to think. Well, what would you do with that thing, Marielle? I trust you make the right decision. At the very least, you have a better chance than I do. Well, it might sound a little sneaky of me to say this when I really don't know what to do either, but instead of us pushing our views on you, I think the final decision about the plant should come from you, Marie. I feel that you should decide. I've thought long and hard about this, and I really think this is the best way. Why me? This might be a little off topic, but up until this point, knowing what you, Ivan, and the children are going through, and seeing the state of this island, got me so agitated. I feel as though I want to save you. I want to save you. I have to save you. That I was led here for a reason, and I need to rescue all. Though, I wish I was thinking. There's a huge difference between wanting to save someone and forcing salvation upon them. Yes, I've been kind of obsessed with the idea of saving you. I've been blinded by it. Been so sure that I'll save you.
I will guide you, I'll protect you. Now I'm not so sure. The whole notion that I should save you was wrong to begin with. I don't need to guide you. End up being saved, then great! Or rather, that's how it should be. Just like how the children's actions were able to change your mind before. I mentioned earlier that there was someone who taught me all about the priesthood. Do you remember? I remember. In actual fact, she never really talked about the temple doctrines all that much. When I was little, I used to run off and cry whenever training got too much for me. She would always be by my side, comforting me, but always only as a friend. The priestess, she just stayed with me until I was able to find the answer from within myself. That made me so happy. I was still young and immature, but I remember feeling so respected. So, it's a bit hard to explain. The answer I found was that I don't wish to be a priestess who leads others. To me, what's important is, when somebody is lost, to stay by their side, not let go of their hand till they know where to go next. To listen, not to lead. Keep asking questions, to keep holding their hand. Respect their decisions. The one who makes the decision should be the one affected. It may come across as really careless and cruel. But I'll stay with you until you decide. I'll be with you all the way and share your responsibility. That's my answer to what you've asked me before, back in the forest.
Oh my gosh, this is so much reading. This is already a light novel.
You reached out to everyone with a pure heart and the deepest of love.
I'll skip through. I'll just skip through those dialogues as I've already read them so many times.
Ariel, you're so very earnest. You're earnest and honest. You think? Now, do you think we could get back to the point? You've strayed so far from the subject I can hardly even see it from here. Oh, right. So, I want to choose you, and I want you to choose. Any decision about the island shouldn't fall to outsiders like us. It should fall to you, the person who actually lives here.
Basically, you're trying to push the responsibility onto me.
What? No, I wasn't trying to. I'm joking. My days of criticizing you are over now. Although, Nona, do you agree with Marielle? Yes, I do! But after hearing what Marielle had to say, I think she's right. Obviously, we're here if you want any advice. We can think it through together.
Yeah, I agree.
Very well. I will decide. I think...
What is your choice?
We should leave it there. Leave it as it is.
What? You want to leave it?
You don't want to do anything. You want to leave it to grow?
Yes. But that's so dangerous.
Why do you want to leave it be, Marie? Because I found myself agreeing with what you said before. Depriving the children of sight, taking the life of an unknown being, they are the same sin. In the same vein. The right thing is to keep it close and to take responsibility for watching over it. I will leave it as it is, but that doesn't mean I'll leave it alone. I will protect the children. I'll give them the right education and teach them the dangers of that thing. As a parent, I'll do my best to keep the danger away, but not by locking the doors and covering their eyes. Meanwhile, I will watch over that thing. I will pay attention to it, observe it. I will study it, and I will continue my father's records for him. If its existence
its innate functions as a living thing, are harmful, I will try to prevent that. This time, I want to see what happens to this creature. Not for revenge, but simply as a person born on this island. Marie! As much as it pains me to admit it, it's all thanks to you, Marielle.
What? Oh my goodness, no way!
You see, I shouldn't have said anything. You're so irritating when you're happy.
Marie! It may have been Marie who made the decision, but it seems to me like it took the both of you to come to the right answer.
Yeah, it's a good decision.
Thank you, Marie, truly.
How arrogant, thanking me for something that affects us, not you.
You're right.
Honestly, you should have probably learned a little more about how to deal with people like me. Never let yourself be swayed by others, or else you end up being consumed by bad people.
But I want to face others. I want to look them in the eyes, not shirk away.
Yes, I know that all too well.
We may have figured out what we were doing with the plant. But that still doesn't solve the food problem. What are we going to do about that?
Good point. We need to find some way that doesn't involve anybody sacrificing themselves. It'll be slow, but perhaps we should continue on with the field?
Oh, I've got it!
What is it, Marielle?
Marie! You and me, let's use a pure cradle. A great big massive one, covering the whole island.
What?
I don't know if it'll work or not, but if this power can really remove toxins like you said, then surely it's worth a try. It may be too difficult to do alone, but with two of us here... Oh! I guess it will work. I'm so sorry, I totally forgot. If you use your power...
A second.
It's fine. Let's do it. I want to do it. But... I want to do it. Whatever damage it does to my body, it's a pain I willingly accept. I wish to make up for all I've done, so let's do it. Will you respect my decision?
So much reading! Oh, no worries, Zero. You're never late to anything. Besides, I'm getting close to that true ending.
Yes, I will. I'm gonna try as hard as I can. If using the pure cradle brings pain to your body, then I'll heal it. As a priestess, I'll neither lead you nor not lead you. I'll neither take away your pain nor not to do so. But as a friend, I don't want your pain to continue.
Then... Okay, thank you, Marielle.
You're welcome.
If that's decided, we should really try it out as soon as possible. Let's go outside atop the tower. We want our light to fall over the whole island.
Okay, then let's go outside before the sun goes down. We'll watch over you.
I appreciate it.
They seem to be getting along now.
I know. I'm so glad. Do this. Okay, let's go. We're almost done! We're almost done! It's here! The true ending! Alright, let's go. We're almost there. Maybe we can't switch maps. Shoot. Forgot we still can't switch maps. Here it is. It's time. It's time. It's strange. I feel like I can accomplish anything right now. I think it's all in your head. However, I do feel like something better than usual is about to happen. Right! Now then, Marie. What will our signal be? Isn't it obvious? We will look into each other's eyes and feel our hearts resonate. Unbelievable. Fine. Look at me. Really look at me. I will. You too. There it is. Yay, we're finally reaching the big climax. Hey, let's go. That's a good screen. That's a good wallpaper, though. Where's the key? So, how'd it go? Did it work? I gave it all I had. How are you, Marie? Now don't be so cruel. Can't stand yet. Honestly. Feel like it worked, yet it didn't. What do you mean? So it was all pointless? It's a stupid idea. A stupid idea. I'm so sorry, Marie. It's fine. Save your strength. Don't speak. Besides, whatever I said, the plans have clearly changed. Wouldn't expect any dramatic changes immediately. So I don't think our efforts were in vain. Glad I got to try it with you. Marie! Oh, I nearly forgot! How are you feeling? If I was in pain, I wouldn't have been able to talk this long. Oh! I'm so glad! What's that? I hear voices! Let's check it out, Oldo! Hurry! Dude, got it. This is so good. I know it's a bit long. You two? Honestly, such a lot of noise your friends make. I'm just gonna skip through these. What in the world? What in the world? Never did I think I'd live to see a ship visit this island.
Marie, wait! Let me support you!
Good heavens! Saints!
Huh?
I'm so tired from reading so much dialogue. I'm just gonna skip through these. Are you really okay now? Yes, we'll be fine. We can manage the rest by ourselves. Thank you for the field. I know I said mean things to you. No, it's fine. This ship may have arrived, but I'll still come back from time to time to check on that plant. The survey ship will probably be making frequent trips anyway. That said, I will continue to take responsibility for this island. Okay.
Marielle! No! Aldo! Oh, I'm so sad to have to say goodbye. Look after yourselves, okay? Be good to Marie.
We won't forget you. It's so much fun playing with you.
You guys be good too.
Come on, come play with us again sometime.
We'd love to.
Okay. See you around sometime.
Marie. So long, Marielle. Thank you for coming here. I'm glad we met. Me too. I'll never forget about you, Marie, or anything we've experienced here on this island. I'm so grateful I met you.
I'm glad. Farewell.
Bye! They're all gone. You all look so sleepy, Helium. Let's go back to the clock tower. It's nap time. Yay! Let's go!
Those traders who went to explore the forest won't be back for a while. Before they come back.
Ivan, I'm home. Ivan, I'm home. I was thinking.
Let's talk. Let's look at one another. Dude, this is such a long one. Dude. It's been so long since I've seen these. Just listening to it. I prefer the first ending somehow. I mean, I think this ending's okay for me. This true ending's alright for me. 大丈夫って握る手をで花が今ここで会えてみ With you 確かなものまっすぐなこの緑も奇跡の果てまで I think that's the song, but like I can just make a Bright Flyer Studios. Are you leaving? Me too. It's warm. Ivan, your soul, outlined fingertips, so very warm. Alright, we're done! Now switch! Finally! Yay! My voice. Now, I wasn't able to get the 100 stones bonuses if you complete the true endings of all the Apocryphas due to the fact that I've been so busy recently. But at least we completed it! At least we did it.